Hello, Bartonella family. Welcome back to another day of living the life of this disease. Today I want to talk about something kind of bizarre. Kind of like where our mentals are at, ADD, ADHD, things like that. Alright, when I was younger, prior to this disease, I wasn't ADHD. There was never stopping and guessing what I was going to say. It always came out. My hair is bothering me, sorry. It always, came out, whatever I was thinking came out right away. I could hear people perfectly fine, know what they said, so on and so on. And, well, it's not like that now. That morning that I had woke up back when I was 38 and I had woke up feeling like hell the first time I ever had a Hertz, never knew anything about it. It was that day that I stopped listening to people. Now, don't get me wrong, I still listen to people, but my train of thought goes out the window after a little bit if they're not talking about something interesting. For example, Roger's mother just came back from a trip to Costa Rica, and she wanted to call me 2 days ago and tell me about her trip and so on. That mental thing of I don't feel like answering the phone came on, so I did not even talk to her that day because I just did not want to hear about her trip. I didn't feel like being bored and overloaded with that conversation. And I know that sounds mean and cruel, but it is what it is. Yeah, did you catch that one? Couldn't talk right. So, now that time back when I was 38, I can remember my son talking to me. And he was, oh goodness, maybe around 10. And I noticed that he would start talking, and after about 2 or 3 minutes, I wasn't hearing what he was saying. And I was thinking, my God, this is terrible. What the hell's the matter with me? I always used to listen to him. Or I noticed, and this is going to sound horrible, and I've told him time and time again, I'm sorry if I do this. Just say Mom, and you'll have me back there. He would start talking, and I would just keep walking out of the room like nobody was even there. I'm like, what on God's, what a terrible mother this is. So I noticed that I did that, and I would turn around and I would go back in and I would try to make myself involved in the conversation. But because he was talking about like video games, I just didn't want to hear it. I hate video games. I don't care about video games. Yes, I grew up in the 80s, okay, giving away my age. And we had Atari and all that, but I'm not a huge video game fan. I could really give a crap about video games. But I know you have to have that conversation with your kids, your family. And now I just tell them, Seth, okay, let's not talk too much about video games. So then he would go on and just keep going on about the video games because he's a little bit considered autistic, a little bit of autism there, but he's still really smart, but not at the same time. Delayed. We'll just put it that way. He's slightly delayed. And he just doesn't grasp when I say, stop talking about something. He'll just keep going on and on. And then I'm like, Seth, stop. I don't like video games. I have to come out and remind him I don't like it. And I don't mean to sound crude, and I don't mean to sound rude, and I don't mean to sound like an unfit mother, but I don't like video games. And I realize we have to have conversations with people about things, that we don't care to hear about. We have to go to meetings that we don't really give a crap about. We have to go to, say, like graduations, things like that, where we have to sit there and we have to watch all these kids come in that we don't know, we don't care about seeing graduate. We're just waiting for our kid. If we had our way, our kid would walk up on stage, get their diploma, he would get his applause, and then it'd be over. We could leave again. But yeah, this is something that seems to happen with people like us. We have intolerance to boring, uninteresting things, kind of like ADD, ADHD. When it comes to reading a book, which a lot of us can't do, you know, it has to be something really, really captivating. Other than that, forget it. The book's away. Throw it back in the bookshelf. It don't want anything to do with it. But yeah, another thing that I noticed too, and this is really weird. My mother tends to think that this is almost like an epileptic thing. But like I've mentioned probably in prior videos, my ex had epilepsy, and I'm nothing like he was because I'm hearing what's going on around me, but I just kind of like will sit there and I'll just start doing one of these things. And it feels so good on my eyes and on my brain, and I'll just sit and stare and not say anything. And yeah, zoning out, I guess you would call it. I don't know too much on epilepsy stuff. I have looked up different types of seizures. I don't want to say that I have a seizure, because to me a seizure is when you're convulsing or you're having a petit mal and you're just chewing, sucking your cheeks and staring, and you don't remember anything. Now me, I remember everything that's going on. I'm just kind of like, you know, when you get overtired, you just sit and you stare and you're in your own world. Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough we're already in our own world, but sometimes we're really in our own world. Like I was saying, you know, Roger's mother was telling me about her trip or whatever, and I just didn't want to know anything about it. And she went on for like 8 minutes, and the next thing I know, I'm back with it, and I'm like, what do you mean? Huh? What? What? What did you just say? You hurt your leg? You went to a hospital? You were 4 hours away? I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known because I wasn't with it. I wasn't listening. And I try to. I don't mean to not try. Like, if you guys are responding to these videos and stuff, of course I'm going to get right back to you. It's in my face. You know, I'm seeing it, I'm typing it, I'm responding. But a lot of times I just don't feel like I'm here. And it's really strange. But it is what it is. So go down below and let me know some of the weird things that you do. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I will catch all of you soon.